moment you stop worrying about dying is the moment you start living. You only get to this point when you can accept the light and dark in equal balance in both yourself and in the world we all have co-created together. It is how you transcend duality and become an observer in the game. The third eye, that sees beyond the veil, is also the chakra that keeps you in the reincarnation loop, pineal gland, until you have learned everything from the earth game. We are in a school to study it all. Why? So we can go out as ascended masters and help the rest of the universe with their issues, because we've been there and experienced the same turmoil for ourselves. That is how we truly teach, by being in the same shoes. The grand experiment on Earth is to see how diverse and yet understanding a single planet can be by putting all the problems in the cosmos on a shared plane of existence, Gaia in this case. We are the problem solvers trying to understand all the data so we can navigate out of this mess. To fix the problems, we need to understand it all. That is what our thousands of years of training have been about, to learn every perspective so we can integrate it through the turbulence now. Light and dark are not sides but equal forces helping to constantly mold new experiences to live. Fear comes from the unknown. We are scared of things and perspectives we don't understand, but it is always our choice to choose to understand or want to understand them. When we acknowledge all the aspects of ourselves and our reality, look in the mirror and smile at the beautiful as well as the ugly and say, I am, we see it all and we drop the fear by choosing to know thyself. And since we are all one, we indeed are all reflections of human consciousness trying to define new realities through experience. Different vibrations we experience through others and external circumstances are simply adding to our data collection field so we can finish our Earth education. If you run away from this or the issues they create, you are just prolonging your education and you are going to have to resit your exams by reincarnating back on the Earth plane once again. Why do that to yourself? We've all been gods, bad guys, heroes, war victims, murderers, smart and dumb, rich and poor, etc. Our current incarnations are just finalizing the last chapter in our Earth school education as we near the end of a 26,000-year cycle. When you see it all, you can create a new matrix because you can see what needs to change. It's access to the whole map. When you are scared to look at the matrix, you become it because you don't understand it. By ignoring the dark, you stay in the old paradigm because the biggest form of control is the control you can't see. We now have the choice to see the dark where it had stayed hidden before. We now have the keys to the whole map if we are brave enough to look. To plaster your face in makeup is to distort the painting of you. To see the truth is not to put walls in front of it. Putting on a brave face is to remove your false one first. 2021 was a year for healing, doing the inner work and looking into the dark. When we can look into the dark and not react in fear, it is because we have learned to understand polarity, and this is where consciousness transmutes negative energy into light again.